Oh, before I start this video, I want to say rest in peace to Sam Neill. He passed away last night, I guess late night. I seen it this morning on YouTube and all that. He was the star of Jurassic Park, the first one and the third one. He also came back in that Legacy sequel. What was it called? The Fallen Kingdom or something like that. So, in the Legacy sequel, he was going to be Bond in the 90s Bond movies, but they went with Pierce Brosnan instead. I think that was a better idea because Sam Neill, yeah, he's okay, but he's not, you know, he didn't have that look for James Bond that freaking Pierce Brosnan had. So, but, you know, rest in peace, Sam Neill. My thoughts and prayers go out to his family, his friends, and all of his loved ones out there. Hey, you know, might want to watch the first Jurassic Park sometime today to honor him, or maybe watch Jurassic Park: The Lost World. Is it the Lost World, or is it just called Jurassic Park? I think it was the Lost World. I don't know. I think the second one was Lost World, and then the other one was just 3. But, yeah. Rest in peace, Sam Neill. You will be greatly missed. And like I said, my thoughts and prayers goes out to his family and friends. And yeah, so sucks. You know, we've been seeing a lot of celebrities go these past few years. I mean, Carl Weathers, freaking Candyman, Tony Todd, freaking Jason David Frank. Yeah, man. And there's so many big name celebrities lately. It's crazy. Anyway, now let's get into the video. We are going to talk about these rumored Monday Night War leaks that have been coming out about these new Monday Night War lines, and a few other like leaks that they've had, and we probably won't figure out nothing until Comic-Con, so we'll have to wait and see if these things come true or not. I was going to talk about the new AEW figures that got announced recently. They're coming out with 2 Stings, a Will Ospreay, and a what are the freaking ones called? Supreme Will Ospreay. And we might have a few more things down the road before the year's over. So we'll just have to wait and see. I'll talk about a lot more other toy stuff because, you know, the McFarlane news and all that stuff. I'll talk about all the toy stuff when we get to Comic-Con. It's a week and a half away, I believe. Yeah, about a week and a half. This week I got a birthday party to go to, and freaking and we're gonna have Trigen toys at the at Trader's World again this year. I mean this month. You know, we were gonna do it last month, but my daughter had a lot of her craft shows and that she was going to, and she wanted my wife with her. And then next year, though, I am planning on doing the Cincy Comic Expo. So, hopefully get that. And then we got the World's Longest Yard sale next month, so I've been, you know, I've been focusing on that. But let's get into these leaks. So, the next leak wave, so the first leak wave, I believe, was the first was going to be a Dude Love, but they ended up, or a heel Dude Love, and I think they switched it to freaking Rock because the fact that Mick Foley left WWE, and he's no longer under the licensing deal for Mattel and all that. So next time you see a freaking Mick Foley figure, it's gonna be with whatever toy line picks up freaking Jazzwares figures next. Or picks up AEW figures next. But, so that's the next time you see a Mick Foley figure. Whoever picks up the license for AEW figures is going to be, they're going to make that Mick Foley, more than likely probably Cactus Jack figures. So The Rock apparently is going to replace, I believe Kurt Angle's supposed to be in this wave as well. Also, who else did they say? Supposed to be a Hollywood Hogan. And then a Terry Funk. That's supposed to be the next wave after the Bill Goldberg, Lord Steven Regal, and Bret Hart wave. Or Ultimate Warrior wave. I don't know, one of those waves. And honestly, I want to see a Hollywood Hogan with the newly tooled big gold with the Wolfpack logo on it. So maybe that's how we're going to get it through the next Monday Night War line. But it might be something else too when I talk to the next wave that supposedly got leaked. And the Terry Funk, I do not want to see another ECW Terry Funk figure. I want to see, I mean, if we do get another ECW Terry Funk figure, I do not want to see that same ECW World Championship they've been using for these several years. Only because that's the belt they brought to WWE. I want to see the 96 to 98 championship with Terry Funk, if they do come out with Terry Funk. But if it's a WCW Terry Funk, I think this would be a perfect opportunity to introduce a new figure belt in the line. It'll be the first time in the line. I think we're going to get the WCW Hardcore title if it's a WCW Terry Funk. So now, it's probably going to look like the way it does on the games, which means it's not going to look like the way the one in real life looked. But I think there's something to do with licensing or something with, like, in that category. But yeah, I want to see Terry Funk if it's the ECW. I want the 91, I want the 96 to 98 ECW championship. I do not want that frickin' 98 to 2001 championship. And then WWE, when they revived ECW in 2006, they used that belt too. They just painted the frickin', instead of making the frickin' ECW logo purple, it was red. Here's to hoping that this next frickin' wave is going to be good. But yeah, I think it's going to be WCW Terry Funk, and I think he's going to have the frickin' WCW Hardcore title. That's my thoughts on that one. Now for the next wave that got leaked or whatever, revealed or whatever, and that is, what was it, like 14, 15? Wave 14, 15 for the Monday Night Wars by this point. But the next wave apparently is going to have Kevin Nash, Hacksaw Jim Duggan with the shorts, blue shorts, which was, I believe, toward the end of the WCW run. Triple H from '99 when he did the whole marriage to Stephanie McMahon. And I think it's going to be a New Jack figure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the last figure in the line is supposed to be. And then the Build-A-Figure is supposed to be Stephanie McMahon Helmsley after she got married to Triple H. So we'll see how that goes. But I think with that wave that I just talked about that possibly got leaked, and then with this new wave, I think they're going to do Finger Poke of Doom freaking Kevin Nash and Hollywood Hogan. And even if they do, that is when they sprayed the belt with the Wolfpack logo. So either Nash comes with that belt or Hogan comes with it. And I'd also like to see Nash rocking the blonde hair with that figure. They need to put the blonde hair on Nash with that figure, which was the week after Starrcade when he ended Goldberg's streak. So that's what I like to see. We'll have to wait and see what it is, and we probably won't know until Comic-Con if those leaks are true. But a lot of people think the source that's leaked it, they say he's reliable or whatever, so we'll have to wait and see. But we got to get that belt. If it is Finger Poke Doom, Nash, and Hogan, one of them's got to come with the freaking newly tooled big gold with the Wolfpack logo on it, because that's the last of the big gold we need. The newly tooled big gold. Now I know they're going to put out a bunch more with other figures from the WCW side, but that's the last we freaking need for the belts, for that big gold belt. But like I said, we'll have to wait and see. I do not want to see another WWE version of the freaking big gold with the Wolfpack logo on it. It's got to be the newly tooled one. It cannot be the freaking WWE version with the frickin' Wolfpack. It's gotta be the newly tooled version, not that frickin' lame ass. And look, I like the WWE version of the World Heavyweight title, but we don't need that. We don't need that one with the Wolfpack logo. We need the one that will be true and legit to it. So we'll see. I think the last one. Did I say Kurt Angle might be in that wave? Yeah, I think so. But, yeah. We need that. We don't need another WWE version with the freaking Wolfpack logo on it. It just wouldn't make no sense. And that's why I get so annoyed with the WWE games, because they have not fixed the freaking big gold situation either. It's the WWE version with the freaking different strap, NWO logo on the freaking strap, and it's the freaking WWE logo. I just can't look past it. That's why I always freaking go into Community Creations when I unlock everything on my wrestling games, and I freaking find big gold versions. I, in fact, probably seen my version of that belt when I've done some playthroughs of the WWE 2K25 the past couple times. I did playthroughs of that. So yeah, we don't need the lame WWE version with the Wolfpack logo. We need the newly tooled version. And I also got to think about something, but I'll talk about that when I talk about these AEW figures. So we did get some AEW figure news. Apparently they're going to release what all has been made already, which means the Darby Allin with the flamethrower. I think the Prince Nana and Swerve 2-pack. I also feel like they're going to put out Mark Sterling. And I think there was one other one, maybe the Bald Moxley or whatever. But yeah, that's side news because we got news. We're getting 2 new Stings, and you know what? I was gonna buy the other Sting that came out, the other Surfer Sting that they came out with the Illuminati series with the AEW figures, but I don't know. The 2 new ones look better than that one, so I might get one of those for my collection. And then, you know, probably if my son wants it, I'll get him the other one for his collection. But, you know, I might get one of those new 2 ones. Whether it's one with the orange. I think it's orange, yeah. Orange, or rather it's the one with, I think it's a blue. I think it might be a blue. Yeah. So I might get one of those new ones instead of getting that. Because I just found the freaking one, the Illuminati one of Surfer Sting with the white pants. I just found that at a toy department, and I was for a good price, and I was thinking about getting it, but heck, I might just wait to get those Stings. So we'll wait and see about, you know. So the Surfer Stings are cool. Then we got a reveal of a Will Ospreay figure. I think these are all like ringside exclusives. I don't know if the Stings are ringside exclusives or if it's just the Ospreay that's a ringside exclusive. Either way, I definitely want the Stings. One of those Stings. But I think those will be in regular stores, and I think the Ospreay's ringside exclusive, so we'll see. Then they revealed a freaking Will Ospreay Supreme. That's going to be their Comic-Con exclusive for this year. So, and those will be some of the last AEW figures. We'll probably see the rest of that line pan out at Comic-Con. Like, they'll say, hey, these are all what's coming at the end of this year. And then after that, we're done with the AEW figures, so we'll see. But, I'm really looking to see what they do with that. Now, I got a little bit of an idea. And we're going back to the Monday Night War figures. But this ideal is, you know, if these figures are getting revealed at Comic-Con, I think, the reason why I think is because last year, the newly told Winged Eagle came out with the Defining Moment Cody first. But it also came out with the Ultimate Edition Hulk Hogan. Like, after that came out, because the Cody one came out earlier this year, and then, like, I think the Hogan just came out a couple months ago after that. Or a couple months after that. But what if this is the spot? Because, you know, what if this is the spot? What the Monday Night Wars is the spot? If they still do it, what if it's the spot where they reveal the newly tooled Big Eagle? I will be so stoked, and I'll definitely be hunting them figures because, you know, it might come with Rock, it might come with Kurt Angle. Maybe they come with both of them. Maybe one comes with Kurt Angle and one comes with Rock. Never know. Maybe Rock will come with the gold logo version. Kurt Angle will come with the freaking white logo version. You never know. I mean, like I said, and then the newly tooled Big Gold, where did that come out first? First it was supposed to come out with that Hulk Hogan with the Nitro stage. But I still haven't found that Hogan, which I do want to get a hold of. But when they came out with the newly tooled Big Gold, where did it end up at first? It was a part of the Legend Wave, because you had the Rick Rudes come with it. Now it has been implemented to Monday Night Wars because they had Monday Night War Ultimates that came with it, like the Lex Luger and the Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. And the thing with the Lex Luger one and the Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner one is the one that came with Lex Luger, behind the words, the World Heavyweight Championship and that, they had the silver backing. And the Scott Steiner one, behind that, it had the gold backing. So, I don't know, we might see the newly tooled. We might see the newly tooled Big Eagle through the Monday Night War line. It's a special line. And they've revealed these other belts through special lines, so maybe the newly tooled Big Eagle will freaking come with the Monday Night War line first, and then it'll go into regular lines like Legends and what else? Legends and regular Elites and Ultimate Editions and all that stuff. So we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, Comic-Con's like a week and a half away at this point, so we'll see. I believe it's next. It might be next week. Let's see. Well, the 19th, I believe, is next Sunday, and that's when we're going to the flea market. So maybe it'll be next Wednesday when it starts. So we'll see. But I feel like, yeah, I think if we're gonna get the Big Eagle belt, it's gonna be in the Monday Night War line. I think they're gonna put it. They'll be like, well, what special line can we put this in? Let's put it in the Monday Night War line. If so, hopefully we get a blue strap version with Stone Cold Steve Austin in that line, and hopefully it's got the block logo. But we'll see. Because like I said, like last year, Steve frickin', when I think it was My Damn Toys interviewed him, Steve frickin' kind of pulled it, because he was asked about a Finn Balor, and, you know, Steve kind of pulled the stuff about, whoa, you know, depends on what we could afford, depends on what you want most, you know. So many people wanted the newly tooled Winged Eagle, so we had to put aside a Finn Balor Ultimate or something like that. So, you know, I thought it was a BS answer when frickin' he told him that, because I know My Damn Toys has been asking about that for a while, and, you know, speaking of other toy YouTubers, Big Heels, I think when he talked about it, he predicted it'll probably be Kevin Nash, just like I said. Please don't make that figure. No. I'd rather do the figure pull the Doom figure first, and then they can do the freaking Kevin Nash dressed as Sid thing afterwards. But yeah, please don't freaking do that yet. If these next two lines come out to be true, hopefully it's Finger Polka Doom with the newly tooled Big Gold with the Wolfpack logo on it. So I don't know, we'll have to see. But it is what it is. We'll just have to wait and find out. But yeah. For now, I think that was it. There was some other toy news, really, or, you know, some other wrestling figure news I really didn't talk about too much. I just want to talk about this Monday Night War line stuff and that, and, you know, give my thoughts on it, which is what I did. I'd rather see the freaking Nash. I'd rather see Finger, even though that was a stupid moment in wrestling history, I'd rather see that over freaking Nash dressing up like Sid in the freaking, at the end of '99. That was just, you know, they could put that figure out in a line down the road or something. like a Monday Night War line down the road. But give us that. I want that newly tooled freaking NWO Wolfpack Big Gold. Not a freaking WWE logo one with the Wolfpack logo. Give us the newly tooled one. And I want to talk about the greatest hits because a lot of people are predicting it's probably Cody with the WWE Championship. More than likely, I think they're saying the current WWE. I think it's going to be the re-release of the freaking Defining Moments. If you look at the picture, it's got Cody with the freaking Winged Eagle belt. So, probably going to be a re-release of that freaking Cody with the Winged Eagle belt from Defining Moments. Which I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be mad about that because I'm sure a lot of people bought that earlier this year. And now I'm pretty sure they don't want to buy it again. Heck, I ain't buying no more freaking newly tooled Winged Eagles until they start coming out with different colored strapped Winged Eagles. Like when they do the purple one, and they do the yellow one, and they do the blue one, and they do the freaking, and then they do the white one. That's when I'll buy the other freaking Winged Eagles. Cause right now, I got me a newly tooled Winged Eagle with my Yokozuna. I got my son 2 of the newly tooled Winged Eagles on the black strap. So now they just need to put up the multiple colored strap Winged Eagle belts. Newly tooled. Don't go back to that old one. I still think that old mold would work perfectly for the 91 to 94 WCW Championship. If you watch my Wrestling Figure show Friday, you saw just looking at that freaking 91 and 94 belt, every time I look at it, I get disgusted. Like, the strap is, one end of the strap is longer than the other end. And 2, it's just way too small. It's almost about as small as the newly tooled Winged Eagle. And that's saying a lot, so yeah. But, I don't know. We'll have to see. Comic-Con's next Wednesday. I'll be talking about it. I'll probably have a live stream. I know I was going to get back to playthroughs. I will have a playthrough this Friday of GTA 5, and I already posted what I'm going to do on that. I'm going to freaking get the heat down on my car wash. I'm not going to do anything of the new DLC because I think that comes out tomorrow. So, but I'm going to get the heat down on my car wash, do a salvage yard mission, and then do the freaking weapons run for my bunker, which I upgraded a couple days ago on my freaking game. So yeah, I'll play through that. Then Wednesday, Lord help me, I am going to be talking about and giving my thoughts about Dragon Ball Evolution, which I put up a poll yesterday asking which movie was worst out of Dragon Ball Evolution and Ghost in the Shell. Everybody voted. I got a couple votes. They voted for Dragon Ball Evolution. But yeah, that movie's terrible. But Ghost in the Shell is not great either. But you know what? I'm going to talk about both of those movies Wednesday. Because I think both of those movies are terrible. And I'll give a lot of the reasons why I think those movies are terrible next freaking, or this Wednesday. Well, I'm pretty sure I pretty much be saying everything everybody else said about freaking Dragon Ball Evolution Wednesday, so yeah, but Ghost in the Shell, you don't know what I'm going to say about that one, so yeah. I will say one thing. Something that was a big part of the last movie that was a big part of the anime movie that wasn't a part of the freaking live action movie. I'll talk about that Wednesday. But yeah, here's what it is. When you sign a star like Scarlett Johansson, who at the time was doing freaking family movies, like these freaking superhero movies and all that stuff, of course you're going to get something stupid like, let's do this. Anyway. But that'll do it. Please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe for more. Follow my Facebook fan page, Mr. 183 Show. Follow my Facebook business page, Trajan Toys. I just posted up some new stuff I got. I got a Metalhead from the old Turtles cartoon figures. I got a freaking Bone Crunching Billy gun, and I bought a Shayna Baszler recently for the freaking booth for Sunday. So I have to pick up a few more things for longest yard sale. And boy, if we're gonna do Comic Expo, we gotta have quite a lot of stuff for that next year. We're not doing it this year. Can't do it this year, but next year I definitely want to do that. But anyway, that'll do it. Catch you guys Wednesday and then Friday, and peace out. Also, during the playthrough, I'll be talking about a lot of the GTA 6 stuff that's gonna be going down, like the no disc thing. I'll give my thoughts on all that stuff Friday in the playthrough. So that's a hint of what I'm going to talk about while I'm playing that game. But catch you guys later. Peace out. And I did a short earlier for me going to the gym. Said new week, time to get back to work. And I went and did my freaking chest and my triceps today. I almost said biceps, but chest and triceps today. But that'll do it. Peace out.